so here's my normal deck, deck profile or deck review or whatever you want to call it. So here's my normal deck, a deck just based on normal monsters. Not really much effects, but they're just all normal monsters. So here's how I built it. You can change it if you want though, but it's basically just all normal monsters. And it's basically just going to show you it. I think I did that on one video. That one video I believe is one of the newest ones I've ever done. On it, I'm not quite sure. Actually, I think it is. So basically, while I'm searching it up on the other one, YouTube, yeah, that's right. YouTube, that's where I record. Not anywhere else. So I put 2 Go Giga Gaga Gigo because I thought if I put Blue Eyes, a lot of people are going to expect it and they're going to go, well, you know what? I took it up one step further, and I said, well, I want to just change that into Go Giga Gaga Gigo. And the reason why I did that is I already told you guys. So, just really tired right now. Another one that I did, or another card I added. I might have actually uploaded it. Yeah. So I did. So it was using my normal monster deck versus Bucker's 101 zombie deck. I actually made a zombie deck, but I don't know if it's good, so I might show that off a little later. Next, I added 2 Dark Magicians. No, you don't need 2, but I chose 2 so that way I can get out a Big Eye and all that. That's it. So it's all by order, by ranks or something. Yeah, it's all by ranks. Okay, so I can get Big Eye. Big Eye's pretty good. It's like Change of Heart, but it's permanent. Basically, Big Eye can't attack, but the monster he takes over can. So it's pretty interesting. Next is Frostosaurus. Strong level 6, in my opinion. So that's why I added it. Besto Talwar, just a strong level 6. None of these are because of anything else except for their attack strength. And because I can't really say their abilities because they don't have an effect, so that's pretty unique, I guess. I don't know. Evil Swarm, Heliotrope, or however you pronounce it. Pretty cool. Luster Dragon, Insect Knight, Archfiend Soldier, Forest Raider, Gemini Elf. All self-explanatory. They're all normal monsters. They're all high attack, so I don't have to worry about lower level monsters just killing them. So it's pretty cool. Ancient Rules, because since this is all higher normal monsters, you can go from Beast of Talwar to Go Giga Gaga Gigo. So it's pretty interesting. Silent Doom, because these are normal monsters, and the best one I think in defense position would be, yeah, Go Giga Gaga Gigo. Or I think I added another monster, was it? But I don't remember. Next is Double Summon, because you want an additional summon, I guess. I don't know, just to get like 2 Evil Swarm Heliotropes, and then go for Utopia, or yeah, that's why I added 2 double summons, is for that. You can actually get rid of 1 double summon for another Ancient Rules. Like you can just do this, like Ancient Rules, something like that. Ancient Rules, and then you can just add it in if you feel like it. Ancient Rules is somewhere near the top. Yeah, they have speed spells on YGOPRO. I don't know why. I don't know why they would add that. So you can have like 3 Ancient Rules, and it will still be really good in the deck. Or you can just go like, just add double summons and just get rid of all the 1 Ancient Rule and just add that to the side. Pretty cool. Just sorting out. Yep. Next is Reasoning. The reason why I put Reasoning in here is because your monster declares a monster level. Then pick up the number of cards in the top deck until a monster that can be normal summoned is picked up. Wow, they changed the effect. If that monster is the same level as the one declared by your opponent, send all picked up cards to your graveyard. If not, special summon it, the picked up monster, and send the remaining cards down to the grave. So it's still pretty good. Next is Swords of Revealing Light. It's just to negate your opponent from attacking, basically. Summoning, because it stuns your opponent for the turn that they summon a monster. That monster goes immediately to defense, so it's still really good. Next is Heart of the Underdog. Basically, Heart of the Underdog is, since I have like 20 normal monsters, obviously I'm going to be able to draw more cards if I have Heart of the Underdog in there. Next is Trap Hole, because it's Trap Hole. Why wouldn't you add it? You can switch this for bottomless, but I don't really see the point of having bottomless in a deck like this until you can have like 2 bottomlesses. Then I'd say get rid of one of the get rid of infinite dismissal for 2 bottomlesses and get rid of trap hole as well. But since it's only 1, you can get rid of infinite dismissal for bottomless if you felt like it, but I'm not going to do that, so I just don't feel like it. Next is Mirror Force. Obviously, if your opponent has 3 or more monsters, just use Mirror Force, destroy them all if they're all in attack mode. Just die break because it seems like it would fit the deck more than like, well, technically Mirror Force. And sacrifice 2 armor and all that, so that's why I put 3 just die break, because it only works if you have a normal monster to destroy all monsters on the field except for normal attack position monsters. So in defense mode they can still die. That's stupid. Next is 2 birthrights, because you're able to get 1 normal monster from your graveyard and special summon it. As you've seen from the video, I think I used it on 2 monsters. I think one of them was a Heliotrope, and I think the other was Gemini Elf. I'm not quite sure, so that's why I used that. Infinite Dismissal, because a lot of players like to put level 3s in the deck. This just gets rid of them, so level 3 or lower monsters are destroyed during the end phase of the turn they are normal summoned, so if they keep them on, there you go. Dark Bribes, self-explanatory, just a negator for traps and spells. Next is number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I basically put it in here for as a level 8 Xyz monster, but its effect is really good. Once per turn at the start of your battle phase, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, negate the effects of all other monsters currently on the field. Also, their attack and defense points are become their original attack and defense. And if you do any of these during the battle phase this turn, each time an opponent's card effect resolves, this card gains 1000 attack until the end phase. Also, it can make a second attack during the battle phase, which is really awesome for a dragon to do that. Next is Thunder End Dragon. A lot of people actually use 2 Blue Eyes to make it. I'm going to use 2 reptiles because it definitely makes kind of sense. 2 reptiles make a dragon. Basically, its effect is once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material monster from this card and destroy all other monsters on the field. Kind of stupid, but eh. Big Eye, basically change of heart. That's basically it. Utopia Ray, basically a last stand. If you have Utopia on the field, you can just use Utopia Ray. Decrease your opponent's monster by 1000 points and give Utopia about 100. Not Utopia. It gives him 500 attack, so it's pretty good. And then 2 Utopia is self-explanatory to try and keep the deck flowing and defense kind of deal. Luminite, just to give you an extra card per turn. Photon Papillar Operative, basically to stop your opponent from trying to defend against your attacks. Black Ship of Corn, self-explanatory because it's awesome. See, I don't get this card now. Sorry about that. Yeah, it says that you can detach 1 Xyz material monster from this card to target 1 monster of your opponent's. With an attack equal with 2 to the grave and inflict 1000 points of damage. Attack lower or equal than this card. Okay, so it has to be on the face up so you can tell. Okay. That kind of makes more sense. Snowstorm Roach, basically just to negate special summons. And Maestroke. Obvious kind of deal. Digusto Emerald, can't speak. To get you back your monsters that you lost and target 1 non-effect monster in your graveyard and you can special summon it. It doesn't have a level cap to it, so I can just Gigo and just get him back on the field. Pretty awesome. Just get 2 level 4s. Oh, it's cool. Don't worry. I got my Gigo back. Abyss Dweller, and it's just there, just because. Well, this card is an Xyz material attached that was originally water. All water monsters control. Okay. Cowboy, just basically just to be able to, if your opponent has less than like 800 life points, just use it and just burn him to burn him to lose. That's basically it. Now, how did I search these cards? Well, I just went with monster and I just went with normal, I just got rid. Well, I just did this, and I just did this, and I'm like, okay, so what could I choose? Well, I could put Blue Eyes in there, but I was like, wait, this guy's like almost just as good as Blue Eyes. I'll just add him onto the field. There's a new style of Blue Eyes. Cool. So basically, this is what I did. I just went, ooh, Dark Magician. I'll just add that, and I was like, oh, okay, these are kind of cool cards. Just look at all these cool cards. They're all awesome. And then I just went to the level 4, so I just skipped all these. I put Frost Swords in there just because I wanted to. Then when I just reached level 4s, I just grabbed every high tech weight monster that I could find. That would actually survive an attack, basically. Okay, like I was thinking of putting Glider Beast Endal, but I was like, no, maybe not. That's why I didn't do it. But definitely that's why I did this. So if you're wondering what other cards you could add, well, you can add stuff that boost up like darks and waters and all that. You can add that, and if you want, you can add like I don't know, like a card that does that. So I don't know what cards could do that, but you can add another Silent Doom if you want. I say add it to the side. You can add a couple more Stumblings if you want. Stumbling's a really good stun card in my opinion, because it can stop your opponent from doing most of his plays, and it can give you a big advantage. Heart of the Underdog. You can add multiple of those. Heart of the Underdog. There we go. And for trap cards, you can add another Birthright if you want. Birthright's actually a really unique trap card in my opinion. It's not called Birthright? Yeah, I got it right. I'll just put Birth and hopefully... Oh, I'm looking at spells, that's why. I'll just put Birth and hopefully it's one of the cards that pop up. Birthright, there we go. And then we can add another Dark Bribe in the side deck too. So basically it's just like adding a bunch of cards to it so that you can be able to... Oh, and there needs to be a space? Yeah, there needs to be a space. It's just another card that you can technically add. You can also add, I believe, Dark Hole to the deck too, but that's a spell, so I'll look that up later. Traps, another one you can add is Bottomless if you feel like it, or if you think it'll be good. My opinion, it would if it wasn't at 1. If it was at 2 or maybe 3 even, I would probably add it. You can add BLS if you want. I don't think there's too many lights. No, there's no lights at all. Okay, never mind, you can't add BLS. You can add Dark Armed in here if you want an effect monster in here, but I wouldn't say it because then you get rid of Ancient Rules as effect for 1 monster, Silent Doom for 1 monster. But if you want, you can. There isn't much to cards you want to side deck. Maybe Royal Decree as well, just in case you want to get rid of some trap cards. What is this, a negate the... Ooh. I guess Royal Command could help a little bit too in some decks situations. Royal Decree definitely. And what was it? Was it this one? Or was it a different... No, I think it was a different one. There's one though that negated like... Oh yeah, this is the one. Royal Prison. It's like Necro Valley, but like completely different, and it was like really awesome. Curse of Royal basically negates the activation and the effect of a spell or trap card. Oh, this is like an MST destroyer, basically. Cool. You can add Starlight Road if you want. I wouldn't recommend Starlight Road though, but if you want Starlight Road, that's fine. But I would say this, don't add Starlight Road if you don't want to. Kind of deal. And I think I got every other monster, every card I want, pretty much already known. So Dark Hole. Yeah, that to the side. And then one last card would be Stardust Dragon, basically. Because, in my opinion, Starlight Road is better when you have a Stardust. Because then you get a monster. But, if you don't have Stardust, that's fine. But it would be better if you did. And this is basically all you need to do as a side deck and all that. There's about... Oh, there's monsters. Okay. So all in all, in the entire world, there was about 6,895 cards. Or that YGOPRO knows of. It's a pretty big game for that kind of stuff to happen. But anyway, so hopefully you guys like this. I may actually do another one. Let's see, what other decks could I do? I could do zombies. Well, my version of zombies. Ninja Samurai, which is basically ninjas and 6 samurais combined. Malefic Skill Drain, Gem Knights, which are my favorite archetype because they have custom fusions, which are kind of cool. I already did Spell Shifters, so yeah. Goodbye, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. Goodbye, guys.